After 15 seasons of psychological thrills, emotional tolls, and complex character arcs, Criminal Minds cemented itself as a staple of crime procedural television. It boasted a remarkable ensemble cast, but few characters earned the fierce loyalty of fans, quite like Jennifer J.J. Jarrell. Portrayed with grace and strength by A.J. Cook, J.J. evolved from a press liaison to a senior profiler, all while maintaining her integrity, professionalism, and compassion. She was the emotional glue of the BAU. So when Criminal Minds took an unexpected and, frankly, unforgettable turn with her character in its later seasons, it left fans reeling. The moment in question: the sudden, out-of-nowhere confession of love to Spencer Reid in Season 14's finale, Truth or Dare. In a quiet moment during a life-or-death situation, JJ turns to Reid and says, "I've always loved you." The delivery is ambiguous, emotional, yet restrained, but the damage? Monumental. For 15 seasons, JJ had been a rock, loyal wife to Will Lamontagne Jr., devoted mother, and steady force within the BAU. Her dynamic with Reid was always close, even intimate, but it was widely interpreted as platonic. They were confidants. They shared trauma, especially after the events in Season 2's Revelations, but never had the show planted a serious romantic foundation between them, not one that would justify undermining years of character development and relationships. The issue here is not merely about shipping or fan theories. It's about narrative betrayal. JJ's confession felt like an 11-hour plot twist for shock value, not a revelation grounded in the show's history. Worse, it reduced her character to a mere device to generate drama in the final season. What made it worse was the lack of resolution. The confession was addressed clumsily and briefly in Season 15, only to be swept under the rug as though it had never happened. No serious fallout, no character growth, just a deeply out-of-character moment dropped without consequence. This plot decision hurts because JJ represented a rare portrayal of a female character who could balance a demanding job with a fulfilling family life without melodrama or infidelity. She had already endured harrowing trials, kidnapping, forced departure from the team, near-death experiences. Through it all, she remained principled and emotionally intelligent. The love confession felt like a regression, as though the writers didn't trust her integrity or her bond with Will. Let's not forget Reid either. Matthew Gray Gubler's Reid had long suffered from unrequited affection and personal losses. To suddenly dangle JJ in front of him, only to snatch her back again, felt cruel, not just to him, but to the audience. It was another notch in Reid's endless cycle of emotional torment, and frankly, the character deserved better. The reason this moment feels so unforgivable is that Criminal Minds knew better. The show thrived when it stayed true to its characters. Its greatest strength was the genuine, earned relationships: Hotch and Jack, Garcia and Morgan, Rossi's evolution as a mentor. JJ and Reid were never meant to be romantically entangled. Their closeness was a rare example of a deep, non-romantic male-female friendship, something television needs more of, not less. By throwing that away in a single, ill-conceived line, Criminal Minds not only tainted JJ's legacy, but also undermined the emotional intelligence of its writing. That scene didn't make her more complex, it made her inconsistent. It didn't give Reid closure, it gave him confusion. And for longtime viewers who had walked with these characters through their pain, victories, and growth, it was a betrayal that cannot be undone. So yes, after all this time, I still can't forgive Criminal Minds for doing that to JJ, not because I didn't want drama, or evolution, or surprise, but because it felt unearned. It felt cheap, and for a show that prided itself on nuance, it was a disservice to a character who deserved far more care.